All right. Let's see. Let's get this started. Hello, guys. Welcome to Kin 301 Lab. I am your lab TA. This is probably the first time you're going to be seeing me, so hello, welcome. This video right now, this like kind of lecture is just going to be like an introduction lecture, so nothing you really have to uh complete, like for this lab, not really lab 0. You don't have to do like a manual or anything, but it would be a really good idea to pay attention to this because there's going to be a lot of material and a lot of like information that you're probably going to need to know, that you're definitely going to need to know for the rest of this semester. Yeah, so unfortunately, we are still in our COVID lockdown. So that means we're gonna just do fully online. Oh, that is my puppy growling. She's very upset that she's in her little kennel. Um, anyway, uh, COVID-19, we're still in our little quarantine. No one's allowed on campus for the most part. I think some people are allowed, I don't know, but our lab not going to be on campus. It's going to be all through these like online virtual classes, whatever. We will be having like Zoom meetings during like our scheduled lab time. They're generally probably not going to last more than like 30 minutes or so because we're just going to use these as like check-in participation points, things like that. So all the material that you're going to need is going to be on Beachboard. So I'm not going to show you any new material while we're in our meeting, during class. That time is just going to be used for questions and things like that. So like just telling me how you're doing, I just want to like see your guys' faces and just let me know how everything's going. Um, I class time to write discussion. I wouldn't recommend writing the discussion during this like class time because it will be due, like your lab manual will be due that night. So be cutting it a little close. But yeah, definitely use that time to ask me any questions. You can also ask me questions through my email. So I have a couple emails up here. If you want to get a really fast response, use my personal email because for some reason the school emails just don't go to my phone and I don't see them. Like I check my email. I try to check it like at least once a day, but sometimes I get busy and I don't, especially on the weekends. My office hours are from 3 to 5 on Tuesday or by appointment. So you can just ask me like, hey, can we set up like a Zoom time to talk or whatever? I have questions, just let me know and we'll figure out a time. We usually have lab assistants for this class, but now that everything's online, we don't really need them and it's very sad. And because it's a great experience for those who have already taken the class to help out with the lab. About me. So I am originally from Frederick, Maryland. I went to West Virginia University for my undergrad, where I got a bachelor's degree in exercise physiology. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing that for like 3 years-ish. I am plant-based, try to be whole foods. It's usually like an 80% success rate, 80%, 20% kind of thing. I have a printer phobia, so because of a past job that I had, it has like kind of like conditioned me. Like what is that guy's name? Um I don't know. You know about like the dog that like gets conditioned to like a whistle or whatever, and every time they hear a whistle, they start salivating because like the whistle's being like associated with food or something like that. Yeah, that's me with like printer, like unexpected printer noises. So like whenever I hear a printer noise go off, but I didn't know that was gonna happen, I just get like my heart racing and very scared. um, I am known as Rapunzel, or if you're Brazilian, Rapunzel. That is because my hair is like really long, like down past my knees. Um, and don't, it's a long story why. I also am an avid plant mom. I love plants. I have plants everywhere in my room. I have them all on my desk and everything like that. They're so nice. It just like livelies up a room, a whole place. So they're just amazing. Yeah, that's about me. So I want to know about you guys. Write on the discussion board. Who are you? What's your name, your hometown, your career goals? If you have like any that you know of, if you don't, that is totally fine. Don't like be like, oh gosh, I should already know what I want to do with my life, because to be honest, I've changed mine like 20 times, so don't worry about that. And then fun facts. I love fun facts. One fun fact about yourself, one fun fact about anything, like anything in the entire world. I just want to know something cool and interesting. Yeah. Great. So how is this lab going to work? We have 10 total lab manuals, lab reports. They're going to be 12 points each, so a total of 120 points. These lab manuals are very heavily weighted for this course, so be sure to put a good amount of effort into them. Participation and attendance, so during our live Zoom meetings, we're going to have, I'm just going to like, check in, see how everyone's doing. I'm gonna like go through my little list and be like, hey, so-and-so, how are you doing? And you're gonna tell me how you're doing, and then I'm gonna give you participation points. So yeah, that's how that's gonna work. She's really mad. She's like, Mom, where's the food? Hopefully she just settles. So anyway, there's going to be one bonus point at the end as well. So total lab points is going to be 136 points. If you have any questions about anything, ask. In past like labs, when they were, present, or when we actually did like lab stuff during lab time, if you had an excused absence or if you needed to make up a lab, you would have to talk to me. But since everything's going to be online for you guys, you don't really need it. So just send me any like dank memes if you want to. That would be great. I would love that. This is in your lab syllabus. You can look at it. I would definitely like keep these in mind, like print it out, put it somewhere. I don't know, whatever. And make sure that you kind of know what this. You can also check Beachboard. I think I have all of like the drop boxes up, so you guys can look at that whenever and be like, oh, this manual's due then. So yeah. Manual due dates. So look at your section. You can pause this video, whatever. That's when your lab manuals are going to be due. So it is always the lab manual is going to be due the week of the lab. So going back here, we have, I'm gonna move myself down here. Okay, so lab 1 manual is gonna be due during the lab 1 week. So how that works is lab material is going to be released a week before the lab week is happening. So this is why we have like during lab class, you can ask me like whatever questions that you need just to finish up your lab. But yeah, so lab content is always released a week before the lab week, and then it is due the day of the lab week. So yeah, everything's submitted on Dropbox. Submit it on time. You can do it. We give you like a week ahead, and I give you time to ask me questions. So just yeah. So this is where I would talk about like fill in the blank stuff and whatever we did this last semester. We decided to completely trash that, and we're not doing that anymore. So yeah. We also did fill in the blanks for methods. We're not doing that anymore. Great. Yeah. So like less work for you guys. We're also not doing purpose and hypothesis. Woo! A lot less work. Like busy work. Um Results. So what we did last semester is I would have you guys watch the video in class, the methods video. Every lab will have a methods video except for lab 4. Lab 4 I think is the only one that doesn't have a methods video. But yeah, you use that methods video to write down all of the data that you need for that lab, and you'll need to put that in your little data sheet. So yeah, those are already included with your like content and everything on Beachboard, so it's all good. For your results, I want to make sure that you guys like know what to put for all of these like graphs and whatever. So every graph needs a title, it needs axis titles, it needs like a description. So this little figure thing down here needs to put that in. If a trend line is required or if it's asked, please put that on there. Also put an R² value. You can either put it on the graph or like right next to it right here. Doesn't matter where you put it as long as it's there. And make sure everything has units too, like all of your little like axes titles, make sure that has units. And I'm pretty sure most labs will have a graph, but not all of them will be these like scatter plots with a trend line. But keep that in mind, some of these things, everything will need x-axis titles, y-axis titles, and descriptions, but not every graph is gonna need a trend line or an R-square. And some of the graphs or some of the labs have like videos where you can like that help you with these. So, and also if you have any questions about how to make the graphs, just ask me too. And then at the end of every lab manual, you'll have a discussion portion. So this discussion portion will consist of 3 questions: a definition question, an analysis question, and an application question. So these kind of like help you better understand like what the lab is about, like why you're doing the lab, analyzing the results that you got, and how those results apply to like real world situations. So we're trying to get you guys to really understand why we're doing the lab, what the lab is about, and how to like critically think about it, you know? Good stuff. This is what I would put if you guys were in person, but I just really like this meme. Come with me and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations. I think that's so funny. I think it was like a TikTok or a Vine or something like that. I don't remember. But it just stuck in my brain and it lives rent free. But yeah, that's the end of this lecture. It wasn't too long, but I hope you guys got the gist of everything. If you need to rewatch this video, rewatch this video. And also, please watch these videos on like 1.5 speed or 2 times speed or something like that, because no one's got time to watch things at regular speed. We all are in this online world and 2 times speed is our friend. So yeah. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Our next week is going to be lab 1. So like next week, this is our 0 week. So lab 1 stuff will be released next week. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.